1,000 distractions. I like my phone. I use it all the time. It's how I communicate with people. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But if God will say something tonight that can change the rest of your life, whether you're saved or unsaved, and still change it for the rest of your life, is anybody interested in listening? It'll change the rest of your life. Will y'all stand up with me one more time? Let's get excited. It ain't over with. I know some people love the music in church, and some people are like, man, if they do one more song, I swear I'm leaving. So for you people that hate music, I love you, but you're going to learn one more song. I want you to repeat after me, and I want everybody to participate because I'm going to teach you the words. Then when we sing it, if I see that you're not singing it, you got to come do a solo. Deal? Deal. Ready? Here we go. Y'all repeat after me.
I'm doing my own solo. I'm literally
not enough. We're here to have a good time, but we're also here to talk about somebody that loves you deeper than you ever knew. And I'll prove it to you before I'm done. Repeat after me. God is a good God.
God is a good God.
Amen. Y'all preaching. He's the same. He don't ever change.
He's the same. He don't ever change.
Man, that kid has got it. Okay. And now Mr. Stephen. God is a good God.
God is a good God.
He's the same. He don't ever change.
He's the same. He don't ever change.
God is a good God.
God is a good God.
I'll forever praise His name.
I'll forever praise His name.
We'll go through that one more time, and then we're going to see if this drummer's any good. Good God.
God is a good God.
He's the same. He don't ever change.
He's the same. He don't ever change.
God is a good God.
God is a good God.
And I'll forever praise His name.
I'll forever praise His name.
Of course, you have to sing it, and you do the solo. I'll do the verses. Y'all ready?
Yup.
Hey, can anybody clap on rhythm?
Yeah.
I didn't even give you the rhythm. I didn't give you the example. Hold up. Hold up, come on. Let me play the rhythm. Hey, calm down. Here we go. Here's how it goes. Ready? God is a good God. He's the same. He don't ever change. God is a good God, and I'll forever praise His name. I keep on telling you that God is a good God. He's the same. He don't ever change. God is a good God, and I'll forever praise His name. I keep on telling you that God is a good God. Ever change. God is a good God, and I'll forever praise His name. For He's the Alpha and the Omega. I love you. And He's my throne from heaven. I'll forever praise His name. I keep on telling you that God. Oh my God, He don't ever change. I'll forever praise His name. I keep on telling you, God is a good God. He's never change. God is a good God, and I'll forever praise His name. Okay. You wasn't singing. Come on up there, homie. Hey! Listen, the clock is slowing. Thank y'all for entertaining me. Y'all ready? Gotta do it right. You can have fun. You can do it, man. You gotta be all stuffy. The saddest verse in the Bible. The saddest verse in the Bible comes out of Judges chapter 2, verse 10. And it goes something like this. And a whole generation died off. And the next generation rose up not knowing the name of the Lord or all the things that he did for Israel. One, it's crazy because the whole generation doesn't know anything about the name of God. Two, what's even more crazy is they don't know anything about all the cool stuff that God did for Israel. You know why that's crazy? Because this is right after. Y'all seen the movie The Ten Commandments, the old one? Moses raises the stick, the ocean opens up. Y'all seen that? Oh my goodness. Google it. See it? All right. But can you imagine the enemy's coming, we're all fixing to die. Your options are we're going to die, or we're going to die, or we're going to die. That's your options. We're going to die. We got nowhere to go, and there's the ocean, and they're coming down. And God tells him, I've given you everything you need in your hand. Raise the staff. The ocean. Hey guys, the ocean. Not a pond, not a creek, not a puddle. Ocean separates. Miracle number one. Miracle number two, they cross on dry ground. They cross as soon as they get to the other side. The Egyptians come to kill them, and God lets the waters go, and it drowns and kills everybody, all the enemy. Can you imagine not telling that story to your kids? That's what we're dealing with. And it's easy to read the Bible and be like, man, these dudes are morons. People need to tell their kids about what God did. Like, how do you not tell them? But here we are all these years later. The generation before me, they let prayer get taken out of school. My generation, we let the Ten Commandments get taken out of the courthouse. So guess what's happening right now? A generation is being raised up not knowing the name of the Lord. We're doing the same thing that we make fun of when we lead the people in the Bible. We don't want to offend you. So for the sake of not offending you and hurting your feelings and calling you on this stuff, we're going to let you try this life out without any help from God. But we're not going to offend you, though. Sorry for the struggle. But we're not going to hurt your feelings. I grew up, played almost every sport there was to play. Good in school, A on road, sports, went to college, working at a successful job. All that good stuff. I don't have the story to tell you that I was on drugs and alcohol for all these years and I smoked my whole life away. Like, I don't have that story. Where are my seniors at? Oh, I need 4 of you, and don't make me point you out. One of you that raise your hand. Hey, 4. All right. Here we go. Hurry. You're eating up my clock. Just kidding. Give me 4, 5. I'm good. Hey, y'all didn't do math or what? That's that Common Core stuff right there. Huh? All right, here we go. Hey, here's what I want to hear. These are my seniors right here. Y'all are fixing to graduate? Cool. What's the plan? You graduate. What's next?
Texas A&M.
What are you going to do at Texas A&M?
I'm going to march at Texas A&M Fighting Navy bands.
Cool. Are you going to do that for a living?
I'm going to do forensic pathology.
Forensic pathology. If we had more time, I'd ask you how you can figure what that was. That's good. All right. You graduate from the plan.
UNT, North Texas.
What's the job coming?
The plan is to go to the Dallas Symphony Orchestra.
Man, I picked the right kid. What's your name?
TVCC, paramedic license, and firefighter.
Look. All right.
TVCC, and I'm in
Anything that makes good money, sweet.
Right.
Hey, where's the rest of the singers yet? Y'all don't have to come up here yet. Cool. Everybody got a plan though? Everybody got a plan? Cool. Let me see the show of hands. Whenever you graduate, the plan is you want to go to prison. I got a hand. Y'all go ahead and have a seat. I was not expecting that from the other one. We had two gangsters in the house. They on the road, played all the sports, liked in school, going to college, working in business. Guess what I did? Got bored doing good, so I started hanging out with some fun people. I thought they were cool. I thought they were fun. And forgive me for not giving all the details because I could have us here till midnight. We're on the time. So find me on social media. My name is Jason Cole. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'll be glad to answer any questions. I have to hit the highs. 21 years old, hanging out with a new batch of friends. We're hanging out for probably about 4 or 5 months. I'm legit, they're not legit. I don't know everything that they're doing, but I get an invite. Hey, come out with us, have a meeting. We're going to talk about 2 jobs. One pays $2,000, one pays $10,000. If you're interested, you can get out. If you're not interested, you don't have to worry about it. Long story short, I told them no 2 or 3 times, and finally out of frustration, like, yeah, let's go. I'm riding with friends, not people I don't know. I'm riding with the people that I party with on the weekends. And none of us been in any trouble, but we still get together, we drink, we dance, we do all the dumb stuff, backyard fights, all that good stuff. I'm with friends, not with strangers. We get in the truck, we go out to a field, we get out, they start talking to us about 2 jobs. They said there's a dude that owes them a lot of money out of Edgewood. I'm 21 years old when this is going down. There's a dude that owes them a lot of money in Edgewood. Whoever beats this dude up gets paid $2 grand. The second job was somebody messed them over real bad in Athens. Whoever kills that dude gets 10 grand. My first thoughts, I can't walk you through all this because of time, I'm sorry. My first thoughts was, why did they bring me out here? Why are we talking about this? Like, this is not my cup of tea. This is not what I do. One of my very best friends raises his hand and goes, give me the gun, give me the address, I'll do it. And then another friend that was with him said, I'll do it too. He takes those 2 guys off to talk to them about the job, the details, and tells me and the other guy that's there, y'all talk about whether y'all want to meet the dude up in Edgewood or not that pays $2 grand. They walk off, have a private conversation. I'm telling my guy, like, why did you bring me out here? Why are we even doing this? Why are we having this conversation? Don't worry about it. This is what we do. We want you to come work with us. I ain't saying nothing. I'm just ready to go home. We're having a party at my house this night. We left the party to have this conversation. They all come back, act like we didn't talk about anything serious. We go back towards the truck to go home. And as soon as we got back to the truck, a guy shows us his gun. He's already had it, but I had to skip that part talking fast. He's already got a shotgun that was there for protection that night because we're out in the middle of the pasture. He says, I got this brand new gun. We're not going to leave here until I shoot it. We fight him. We tell him it's too dark. It's dumb. It's late. Let's just go back to the house. The more we said not to, the angrier he got. The 2 guys that raised their hand, willing to go kill this guy for 10 grand, said that they would go out there with him. I'm not going out there with you. I'm not expecting what's fixing to happen. Y'all know something serious is coming because I came to talk about it. But there that night, I'm not thinking anything crazy is fixing to happen. I just know that I'm not going with them. They walked a few steps away from us, and the guy with the gun says, hey, do y'all see any hogs? And when he said that, I looked up in the direction of his voice, and I heard and saw the shots from the gun because the flash, the flame coming out of the gun. He shoots 3 times. Boom! 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 My best friend that I party with every weekend that's staying out at my house 4 or 5 nights a week, watching ball forward, turns, shoots, boom! 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 Shoots the other guy that was a high school friend of mine, falls down. I'm not thinking about a shotgun. I'm not thinking about how many shells it holds, none of it. I'm just thinking if he spins around one more time, I'm the next guy to the left. I turn around, I take off, walk, running, fall into a creek bed. The other guy who did not get shot catches me, tackles me, knocks me to the ground. But then he helps me up, so I'm thinking that he ran into me on accident. He helps me up, he big chests me into the truck. I come off the truck ready to get him because I've been in martial arts since I was like 14 years old. When I came off that truck to get him, the dude with the shotgun had already reloaded, made his way back to me, and the barrel of the gun is now up against my lips. Where do you think you're going? "21. Never been in trouble. Good grades. Played all the sports. Everybody likes me. Just because a couple of friendships, I'm out in the pasture in the middle of the night, and now there's a shotgun pressed up against my lips. Where do you think you're going?" To wrap up this portion of the story, I got 2 options. I can stay with the 2 guys that just got shot, or I can leave with the other two guys. But to leave with them, I had to go back and finish the guys off, because neither one of them were dead. So my buddy that I did martial arts with for a long time loaded the shotgun, put it in my hands, and walked behind me with a pistol and said if I didn't shoot that he would shoot me in the back of my head. Let me tell you about this friend. This isn't a guy that I just know. This guy's about to move into my house a week from this night. Like we're that close. He's going to be a roommate a week from this night. And now he's walking behind me with a pistol. My buddy that got shot thinks he got shot on accident because everybody involved in this story is family except for me. They're all first cousins. He thinks he got shot on accident. So he's trying to make his way back up to where we're at. And for whatever reason, I guess because we're close friends, he's asking for me. Jason, help me, I got shot. Jason, help me, I got shot. My friend behind me, when he gets close enough, you shoot him. Jason, help me, I got shot. Jason, help me, I got shot. When he gets close enough, you shoot him. And that went back and forth until he was close enough. And the guy behind me raises the pistol, cocks the hammer back. And I did one of those things you swear you'd never do. Save your own life doing something you never thought you'd do. Skipping ahead, that guy dies, the other guy that got shot lived. We get arrested later that night. First few months in the county jail, we were charged with the first murder in Canton in 20 years, first capital murder case ever in Canton. We're locked up for about 5 or 6 months. And the main guy who orchestrated the whole thing signed for a 40-year plea bargain to testify that I was the ringleader of the whole thing. A few months later down the road, another guy who is currently one of my roommates, a guy that I've known since I was a kid, he testifies in court that I was walking around the house 2 weeks before this happened bragging about killing both of these guys, which was absolutely not true, and I couldn't figure out why would a friend say that. So he signs the statement saying that I was bragging about killing these 2 guys 2 weeks before it ever happened. And then we find out later that this guy, well, we're just going to be real tonight because it is what it is, that this guy had molested a 14-year-old girl. And they came to him with a plea bargain. If he would testify saying that I was bragging about killing these 2 guys, they would drop his charge. So that's what they did. I'm not looking for God. Matter of fact, if God is real, I'm mad at him because I was born and raised in church and I can quote all the Bible studies, Bible stories better than most preachers, I thought. I knew all the stories. But at this point in life, if God is real, he doesn't like me or I don't like him or both. But let a good kid, that's what I classify myself, a good kid. I'm in here with 2 murder cases at 21 years old. Life is over. God still shows up in my life. I get a 12-year sentence for manslaughter. Going to prison. Go to prison, don't learn my lesson about friends. Don't learn my lesson about friends. And in prison, I get in a gang. I'm in a gang for a while, then I realize that I'm smarter than most of the guys in the gang, so I don't want some dummy telling me what to do, so I decide to be the head dummy. And start speaking for the guys that were in my gang. And did that for another 5 years. Life is over. I'm just playing the game. God blesses me with 12 years. And I still don't change. I still hang out with people who don't have my best interests in mind. I'm doing the prison thing. We don't even have any gangs in Canton. Never seen a gang before. Now I'm in one and running one in prison. And I don't say that to try to sound tough. I try to tell you how stupid I am. Because God's always called me to be a leader of some type. But I'm following with the best of them. But you think you got game. God's got game. You ain't got no game. God's got game. He's got the advantage. He knows the beginning and the end all at the same moment. Everything in your life, I said earlier, led up to this night. Everything in my life led up to this night. If I didn't go to prison at 21 years old, guess who wouldn't be here speaking tonight? Because I wouldn't have a testimony to give tonight. That's how far back God goes. So when the Bible says he orders the steps of the righteous, that's what he's talking about. I got it all planned out. I just need you to show up. Jason, what are you speaking about tonight at the youth rally? I don't know, but I'm excited. Let's go. hurt my family. My family's like, what? Like, you're the good kid. You're the soft-hearted kid. You're the kid that's everybody's friend. Like, how are you in prison for murder? All my friends. Half of them were like, how did this even happen? The other half didn't ever check on me, didn't ever rob me, didn't ever do anything. Just wrote me off. Alone in prison with all these other dudes that are mad and pissed off at the world. Alone. My first night in prison, there was a racial riot so bad that I wrote a letter home to my mom and put it underneath my pillow because I didn't think I'd survive. My first night. And trust me, I didn't come here tonight to scare you from going to prison. I'm going somewhere. Just telling you my story. But I feel like the biggest disappointment that ever was to walk the earth. Just a waste, man. I screwed it up. I had a shot at life and I threw it away. I messed it all. But God's got game. And this little bitty skinny white dude that should have never come to prison. He's too little to make it in prison. He's a pretty boy. He got the curly hair and worried about all that. Lands in prison. And had more backbone than any of the biggest men I ever met in prison. And as the gang leader, my dumb decision was to be the gang leader, right? He used that dumb decision too. Because my job as the gang leader was to go confront him. And you either join my gang or you leave here. You leave here willingly or we send you out of here on a gurney. And I go up to this kid, I'm already feeling bad because even though I got to do the prison thing, I still got a little bit of a soft heart. You know, I'm like, man, I hope he leaves easy, man. I don't want to do nothing to this little kid. And I go up to him, I'm like, hey, where you from? He tells me, I'm like, cool. What's up, you in the gang? He's like, no, I ain't in the gang. It's just me and God. I'm like, hey, homeboy, God don't even live here. God don't even live here is what came out of my mouth. Born and raised in church. God don't even live here, homeboy. But you can either get in our gang if you're going to leave, and he didn't want to do none of that. So in 5 years that I was in a gang, we asked the guy if he was in a gang, he said yes or no. If he told us yes, we told him where his homeboy said. If he said no, we asked him if he wanted to be in our gang, and he said yes or no. And if he said no, he had to leave. That's the script. Everybody went by the script for 5 years. I mean, this kid, he goes off script on all of them. Messed my head up so bad, I got to go to the day room and sit down and think about what I'm going to do with this kid. Because ain't nobody went against the script. So here comes my homeboys. The friends. Hey, what's up with the boy up there? You in the gang? I don't think so. Cool. Is he going to get down with us? No, I don't think so. We're going to make him leave, right? No, I don't think so. And then the next thing that comes out of my mouth, without me thinking, was anybody that touches that kid, you'll 5 minutes. I put my neck on a perfect stranger over all my homeboys, and it came out of my mouth before I could even catch it. God used this kid to become my very first best friend for real. Free world of prison. A legit friend every morning. Hey, read this verse and let me know what you think. Got the Bible in my hands in the day room. I'm trying to read the Bible in the day room of prison. My homeboy said, let me find out you're scared and you're going to church. I'm cussing him out, holding the Bible. Screw you! Every day, so he said, hey, come to church with me. I'm like, bro, miss me with all that church stuff. I did that growing up and look where I'm at. Miss me with all that. He said, come one time as a friend. Think you got game. God's got game. Who's going to say no to that? Go to church and got it. Got it. Because I grew up, I went all the way up to that stage thinking, nobody knows me. Nobody knows what I've been through. Nobody knows where I'm at. Nobody knows what I'm feeling. I'm just alone. I'm surrounded by people, but I'm alone. You don't know what I've been through, and you don't know what I'm going through. You don't know what I'm feeling now. And he put me in a Bible study where by the time all the men shared what they had to share, they had all told my story and mine it all in pieces. The first time in prison, I broke down. God, I might be dumb. I'm not like dumb. I know you're talking. And I got saved. About a year later, he told me to preach. I've been preaching since 2008. I was part of the guys who started the first faith-based dorm in the Texas prison system, and now almost every prison in Texas has one of those faith-based dorms. I did 11 years on that 12-year sentence. I've been home for about 12 and a half years now. And God's done all this cool stuff. If any of you know Ziegler, I'm a part of the Ziegler Corporation. I'm a certified speaker trainer, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? I've got to do some cool stuff that somebody in my shoes should never get to do. I've been at the same job for 12 years. I've spoken at mega churches. I've spoken at small churches. I've done one-on-ones. I've done Bible study. Like God's opened up doors that, man, you would never, not ever. Can I tell you something? Can I tell you how I got in this room tonight just real fast? Because I told you that all the events from the foundation of the world led up to tonight, right? So a couple of weeks ago, I get a phone call from Miss Julie. Hello, June. I get a message from Miss Julie. What are you doing May the 22nd? I don't know until you finish your sentence. She goes, there's a lady named Kate, you got a meeting, we're doing a youth revival, blah, blah, blah. See if you're free, we'd like for you to speak at the event. Okay, I'll check my schedule. Hey, I'll be there. Let's do it. Before that, I got invited to an SOC event, which is a ministry she's a part of where they take troubled teens out fishing and hunting and all that stuff, and somebody goes as a mentor. I got allowed to go do that, so I go do that event. That's how I met Julie. Well, the way that I met Julie is before that, I got invited to a mega church in Rockwall to do something called Man Church, where they have anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 men that speak. They're looking for a speaker, and the guy says, I'm looking for a big name. And this girl says, are you looking for a big name, or are you looking for somebody that's going to bring Jesus? He goes, what do you mean? She said, I got a guy I need you to meet. I just met him 3 weeks ago. I get voted in to do the event. We do the event. We finish up at 8 o'clock. He was there with me. We stay till 1 o'clock in the morning praying for people. At that event, I meet a guy named Andy Mitchell who runs SOC, which is how I met Julie, which is how I got here. The Man Church event, I met this girl 3 weeks before because I got invited to go to Dallas to share my testimony on a podcast. On my way to the podcast, I get a phone call last minute saying, hey, can we have this girl named Sherry Garcia do the podcast with you? We know it's last minute. I'm like, I don't care. I'm just going to go share my story. Anybody can be involved. Meet her, instant bond. I love her. She loves me. And we end that meeting saying, if I can do anything for you, let me know. If I can do anything for you, I'll do it. 3 weeks later, she's having lunch with the guy who votes in the speaker at Man Church. Why did you get invited to the podcast? Because the job that I have asked me to go be a part of the Ziegler Corporation. I was the first ex-felon to go through the Ziegler Corporation. And they have a guy that does all their videography, and he knew Sherry Garcia. And I got that invite. Why did I get that invite? I wouldn't have the invite if I never went to prison. This night's been getting planned way before this night. Your whole life's been planned to land you here tonight so that we can meet. And my life verse. Here's my life verse. I'm sitting in prison feeling like the biggest disappointment. I done smoked my whole chance at life. God, what are you going to do with me? What are you going to do with me? And then I come across Psalms 139, verse 16 that says, God knew everything that you would ever do before you lived your first day and recorded it in His book. I've always been a logical thinker, so I'm thinking, God, if somebody knew everything I was ever going to do, good and bad, before I ever lived my first day, and still chose to create me anyway, how can you logically be a disappointment? He saw the good and bad, He saw you and said that you're worthy. There's a story in the Bible where this woman is widowed and she's going to go bury her son. And after that, she's got some pretty tough decisions to make. Jesus runs into her, and the Bible says that He saw her and He was moved with compassion. If you don't hear anything else tonight, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. This is Jesus talking to you one-on-one, wherever you're at. I don't care if you're in school, if you're an adult, doesn't matter. Hey, listen. Jesus sees you right where you're at. And He's moved with compassion. Because I don't care who you're sitting by, if it's your bestie or whatever, and y'all are shooting cool memes back and forth, and you're snapping, and you're doing your thing on Instagram, and you're laughing, and you're making fun of somebody else that you go to school with, and all that fun stuff we do in high school. Your friend doesn't know what you're really going through. And you don't know what they're really going through. While y'all are laughing, one getting abused at home. While you're laughing, one of them is hoping that there's enough ramen noodles at home that they get to put something in their belly before they go to sleep.
I came to talk to you about real life, because the Jesus that I serve, we can do all the laughing. We can put on the front. We can wear the nice clothes. We can be the popular kid or not. Popular kid or not, hey, popular kid, you're going through it too. You got the good stuff. You clean up good. But Jesus sees you. And He's moved with compassion. And the kids that are struggling with suicide, you know why I hate bullying so much? I'm going to wrap up here in a second, I promise. You know why I hate bullying so much? Because most of the kids getting bullied are having hell at home. And school is almost an escape from that hell. And then they come meet you to finish it off. God didn't just save me in prison and I come out and I've had this amazing life. Have I had an amazing life? I have. Was that the end of it? No, 9 years. I had a 9-year run. I'm preaching all over the place. I'm in planes flying all over the country, going to maximum security prisons, doing revivals, going to high schools. Man, I'm doing all kinds of God stuff. Got it going down. I'm the golden boy. Everybody wants to hear me come speak. Come speak. Come share your testimony. Do it. Boom. Church loves me. Friends everywhere. Big circle. Boom. Divorce. Church hates you. Same one you fell in love with in prison, where you found Jesus was real in prison. Church turns her back on you. All that preaching stuff must have been fake. You must have been running game all these years. Because somebody that really loves the Lord would never walk through the door. Friends come up missing, gone. And hear what they're saying behind your back. Here we go again. Guess what scheme came back up? Disappointment again. We already walked this thing out. You think I'd catch that quick? No, we're disappointed again. 3 years hearing the rumors. 3 years going through this. 3 years churches ain't interested no more. 3 years, 3 years. I didn't come here to lie either. I came here to be real with you. Just like I don't know what you're going through, you don't know what I go through. We need to take it easy on each other. But my message tonight, everybody in the room, if you get quiet for just 1 second, you know where you're at. When I was going through my separation, as somebody that's been preaching for 2008, guess what was a very constant thought in my head? Rather just keep walking out this path. I don't have a Red Sea parting story, but God saved me from a lot of stuff. He protected me the whole time I was in prison. He's let me do a lot of cool things. Lead people to Christ, cool stuff. And there I sit in my truck still. Because it hurts so real, man. Life sucks sometimes. And the people we call friends aren't safe places to go to, but Jesus is. So the message tonight, wherever you're at, what you're going through, hey, it's your best kept secret, because your friends don't have a clue how bad you're struggling tonight. And I came on behalf of Jesus to call you out. Because the Jesus that I serve, He sees you. And He's moved with compassion. Because He doesn't want you to stay where you're at. And everybody that's in high school today, that you're so worried about the person beside you, or the people on your same road, you want to please them, you want to be in their circle, man, you're going to find out about 3 days after you graduate that you're never going to see that person again. And you spend your whole high school career trying to be something to them. You're being faithful to a person. I want to invite the prayer team to come up. Listen to me. Listen to me before everybody gets all fidgety. Did God prick any hearts in here tonight? Did anybody hear something that touched them? Amen. That's what we came for. Listen, here's what I'm going to ask. I don't care what stories, I don't care what memories you have at your church or your church history. I don't care how intimidating it is to come down and ask somebody to pray. The worst thing that could happen tonight is that you came here and God pricked your heart and you leave here and you do nothing about it. when God sent all these people here tonight to love on you. You see everybody here? This isn't the best of the church, so we brought them. These are all real people with real stories and real struggles. And they're all here to say that they see you and they're moved with compassion too. Our goal tonight is to help you get closer to Jesus. If you know Him, we want to pray for you to help you get closer. If you don't know Him, man, please come find us. But please do yourself a favor. I didn't come here tonight so I could go back to my church and say, we saved 200 people. That don't mean nothing to me. Because if you come up to me afterwards, you're like, man, that was so good, that was so good, that was so good. What I'm going to ask you is two questions. I'm going to say, then what did you hear and what changes? Because if you can't answer those two questions, then nothing happened. Band is going to play. Hopefully let it rain, because that's my favorite. We got school tomorrow, we got work tomorrow, we got all that stuff. I'm not begging you. I've just been the person in the seat that gripped the back of it so tight I pulled the polish and the plastic off. Because I didn't want to make that wall. But there's something freeing about God calling and you answering. He can work with that. Jesus sees you and He's moved with compassion. And if you would like prayer, I would love the honor and the privilege of praying for you. These people would too. But please don't let fear be the thing that stops you from doing it. If you don't need prayer, hey, I get it. But don't let fear be the thing to stop you. Don't being an adult be the thing to stop you, because this is a kid, amen. If God touched you, man, let's come take care of business. And if it gets too crowded up there, we'll go down there and we'll take care of business. But we came because we love you. And we came because Jesus loves you. He sees you. And He's moved with compassion. If you want prayer, please come forward now. And if you're talking yourself out of it, stop talking. It might be the most important night of your life. And if you don't need prayer, I'm going to ask if you'll just lift your hands and pray for those that are coming forward. We see these people coming down. Guess what? We don't know. We don't know which one of these that are walking down right now came in here thinking about suicide. There's serious business fixing to happen right here. We don't know who's walking down fixing to get saved. We don't know who's getting beat at their house, going through some kind of terrible abuse. We have no idea. So if you don't need prayer, will you please pray for what's happening up here? Because this is God's business right here. This is God's business. There's tears happening all over the place. So I pray that if you don't come, God will still give you what you need, because He's that cool. He's that good.
Shall
I can see you. I don't know. Go back. I didn't know she was looking. I didn't know you were. Come out already, guys. Just come out. That's once a year. No tomato. Sydney. Sydney, no tomato. Beef. Okay. Yeah, bro, that's so violent. I'm the alpha male, sigma red.
Why is she so angry?
Because I don't like you.
Okay, and? That doesn't mean you gotta be angry. You don't
Don't just be angry at you because I don't like you. I can't be angry.
I'm not sick.
She is.
Are we leaving? Hey, Cindy, we're leaving.
Are we?
Yeah. Okay.